I'm going to do a quick analysis here on the TNOTE, this 10-year treasury from the US. Now, we have just had the Fed rate, I think that came out on Wednesday, was it? And this was key to note. The conference came out, or the statement came out, that was quite dovish. The conference came out, this is usually the key thing people are looking at, that was very hawkish. Obviously, if it's hawkish, this is the bond price, not the bond yield. Bond prices are likely to fall. So on a fundamental reason, bonds are still likely to continue to fade down. Bonds are still looking weak from a fundamentals perspective. Now though, what are going to be these technical supports if we continue to fade down? So at 107.85, that is going to be our first key support. Expect a continuation fade down to at least this level. If we break that, we're then looking at 104.260, and if we break that, 102.290. Now these will be the key layers of support. I think here we can push down on the kind of the fundamental news we have now. These are the likely levels to hit. If more hawkish information comes out or news comes out, unexpected news, then we could definitely blow past these levels, and 98.185 I think will really be that key layer of support, because not only is it our third deviation on the 6 month, but also our second deviation on the daily. So from a technical perspective, this is going to be a high layer of, or a very strong layer of support. And this is where a lot of algorithms, because obviously TNOTE, everything like this, one of the most liquid things in the world, maybe not the futures, but definitely the treasury notes as the whole. Coming into these kind of levels, this is where algorithms are going to trigger. This is, well, I mean, the levels we provided you anyway, algorithms are going to trigger, but 898, whether the algorithm is looking at multiple time frames, whether it's just looking at a 6 month, whether it's looking only at a 1 year, this level is going to trigger. So this level will be a very strong level. If we come down here, whether it's a technical reason we push that far or a fundamental reason we come down this far, this is the level I will be watching, because this will be a strong one. Obviously very far, still quite far from where we are now, but considering how this has sold off over the year, definitely possible, especially as the Fed is staying more hawkish, at least for the time being. So that would be the key support I'd be paying attention to. No point, I don't think, going lower than that. I mean, you have the levels there if you want to note them, but 98 unlikely to break. Now though, if we do quickly continue up for any reason, we do have support at 111.200. So be noting that, again, that is statistical mean. It doesn't tend to be a level we tend to trade off, but an area we tend to look profits into. If we were long, be holding it into there. If we were short, if it breaks past that, be a bit concerned. And we just want to note quickly our first deviations. These would be high probability short zones, but also areas where if you're long, locking in profits. Don't really think in this kind of hawkish market we will break through this level, so quite unlikely that we push to this level, at least in the time being. But if for any reason, again, we pump up, those would be the levels we'd be paying attention to. So anyway, I didn't want to make this confusing. Again, TNOTEs aren't going to move massively. I mean, a move from 111 to kind of 104 is a massive move within itself, so we don't really need to go much lower than that. We don't need to give you tons of levels. You can be patient on these kind of TNOTEs, just wait for it to move to these levels, and these are the levels where you will see, whether you're trading futures or not, you can see this is where volume will look. Just look at the volume chart. When you hit these levels, you will see volume increase, because again, not only are traders looking at it, not only really are investors looking at it, but algorithms and institutions are looking at it, and that's what's going to make this level so key. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out one of these two analysis videos.